bucket, Bammers.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football.
All right, the first defense coordinator on my list is Andy Avalos. He was a star linebacker for the Broncos, Boise State Broncos in the early 2000s. He joined the Boise State staff in 2012 before being promoted to defensive coordinator in 2016. 2 successful seasons as defensive coordinator for the Broncos before Mario Cristobal came and snagged him up and took him to Oregon, where he turned a 50th ranked defense into the number 8 defense in the nation. Would love to get him. He's a good recruiter. He is one of the best in college football at scheming defenses.
As long as his scheme's great, I mean, I feel like if he even recruits decent talent, we'll be able to put out a pretty good defense on the field. And it seems like our offense is going to take a real leap these next few years. So.
Well, I hope so, because we need a good offense. Yeah. We need good offense, good defense.
All right, and the next guy, off-brand James Harden.
Gerald Alexander. He, second-round pick out of Boise State.
Kind of busted.
Yeah, right now he's got a good gig going as the secondary coach at the Miami Dolphins, or defense back coach secondary, however you want to put it. Familiarity with Brian Harsin. From what I hear, Bubba can explain it better. The Dolphins are killing it in their secondary.
Yeah, their defense is like insane. Even if they don't get a lot of picks, like guys like Xavier Howard, he's showing life. He hasn't been great his first couple years. Byron Jones took him from Dallas. He's obviously a shutdown corner, doing great with him. Moved a guy, I think Eric Rowe was a corner who replaced Malcolm Butler at a Super Bowl in New England. He wasn't very special. He moved him to safety, I believe. He's balling out at safety.
They drafted Noah Igbahangadi.
Igbahinahi. And so he's doing a solid job when he gets in at spots. So he's just doing a great job with the secondary. B-Flow is one of the greatest defensive minds even in the NFL. Last year, he won them 5 games with Ryan Fitzpatrick starting a quarterback. Their offense was just lifeless unless Ryan Fitzpatrick had his games where he went off. But their defense, I think it's like kind of like a 3-4, but the outside linebackers drop back and coverage like a lot. Yeah. I don't know if he's going to kind of bring that, but I believe we ran a 4-3 for like a long time, so I don't know if Derek Hall would move into a 3-4 defensive end or if they'd stand him up on the outside, because we use Bucks. We've been using Bucks for a while. But, you know, whatever he wants to do.
Hey, you recruit a player, or you got a player, you got to put him where he works.
Yeah, Derek Hall, I don't know if he'd work in it as an inside DN. I mean,
we'll figure something out. All right, next on my list is the current co-defensive coordinator at Boise State, Jeff Schmedding. He spent some years at Eastern Washington, a very successful program. He is co-defensive coordinator with the defensive line coach at Boise, I believe, and he calls the plays. So
yeah, obviously,
there's some familiarity there.
We can't find anything on this dude except like what his role is in the
Boise State offense or defense.
From what I've seen, they run a pretty like vanilla defense.
There was a few years there where our best pass defense was pass interference.
Yeah. But outside of the fact that he's pretty clean shaven, I know nothing about him.
I don't either. Got a great 5 o'clock shadow going. Next on the list, Kevin Steele, the current defense coordinator at Auburn. If you're an Auburn fan, if you're an SEC fan, you know about Kevin Steele. One of the best defensive minds in college football. Good recruiter. Players love him. That defense plays its tail off for him.
Yeah, he knows how to use his guys.
And he knows how to scheme. I mean, last year, he held LSU to their lowest point total, lowest yardage total of the whole season. Nobody's even talking about it.
Our 3-1-7 out there killing it.
Yeah, I mean, they played lights out. Got after Burrow. held the running game in check, held that passing game in check. I think they scored 24, 27 points. And everybody wants to talk about the Alabama game where it was 48-42 or some shit like that. You know, nobody wants to talk about the great defense Auburn put on them, but, you know, we're used to that as Auburn fans.
Yeah, we're little brother. We've been little brother. Brian, you're on the clock. But it's going to be great if we can keep him. But I don't know if we can keep him because they know the PR crisis that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Even if Brian Harsin comes out, he's like, I wanted to keep Kevin Steele. Nobody's going to believe him.
Yeah.
They're
going to believe that the boosters talked them into keeping him.
Yeah, Kevin Steele, he's such an incredible. I'm scared that he might end up going somewhere. Like going if we
going to Alabama.
Like,
he's coached with Nick Saban before.
Yeah, he might go to LSU if they don't get Derek Mason. If we get Derek Mason, that would be amazing. But I'm terrified he's going to leave us, go to a team intentionally that we play every year or every couple of years like Florida, and he's just going to annihilate us.
He might.
But he's old, so he's going to die soon.
Next on the list, I do not want, no way, no shape, no form, but this name is going around message boards everywhere, being tied to Auburn everywhere. Will freaking Muschamp.
You cussed earlier, now you're going to censor yourself.
I do
Will
not
Muschamp,
want this guy.
The biggest, he's a
douchebag.
He needs a job, though. Like, people are saying, you know, Muschamp needs job, Auburn needs D coordinators. Just put them together and see what happens.
I don't care.
He's going to be here for a couple years, take another head coaching job.
If a couple of years. Last time he was only there for one season.
Yeah, that was a terrible season, by the way. But Muschamp, obviously, he's probably the most obvious candidate besides Kevin Steele.
My wild card, he done called it Derek Mason.
Yeah, Derek Mason. We'd love Derek Mason. One of the nicest dudes on the planet, but he's one heck of a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
He was at Vanderbilt, but very few people can have success at Vanderbilt. You got to be one heck of a coach to have success at Vanderbilt. But he'd be perfect for our defense. D coordinator, he's another one of the most obvious guys going around right now that we would like.
And he's defensive guru, genius, however you want to call it.
Yeah. And I feel but maybe he might come in here 3-4 years and leave for a head coaching job.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt my feelings as bad. He's not a douchebag like Will.
But if you like the video, smack the like button, hit the notification bell, like the video, comment. If you hated us, also comment.
We're on the road to 100.
Yeah, road to 100. I believe last time I checked, we're at 75. That's well over 10 more like 20 more than we had just 5-10 days ago. So that's awesome. We're 25 away from 100. Join us in our road to 100. War Eagle. Selena, go!
Oh.
Stop!